evening, one and all. Double header night. First, we have monkeyml in ITSL 2020, organised by Baskmex. This is the Silver Playoffs, best of one. I'm USSR. He is USA +2. Let's get right in there. And we get dealt a perfectly acceptable hand to kick off, as long as Marshall Plan doesn't come up. Okay, so yes, we met in the Worlds in Greece last year. Looks like we have played once before. I've had the upper hand, so no problem if he wins. We are going to open 4-4-1 in Austria because we're holding independent reds. 4-4-1, we're hoping to avoid Marshall Plan. We've got Socialist, Suez, and de Gaulle. Woo. NATO for our early coup. US, Japan we can use to take South Korea, although we have Korean War as well. And we know we're not getting defected. So yeah, Purge or Marshall Plan are the worst two headlines. But we shall see. Okay, and yes. And after this game, we have a Rutsal 2020B organised by Shaq game against Gung Ho Calais. So stick around. That game kicks off at 9 o'clock UK time. We'll see how long this one takes. And I've got a can of Shandy to pass the time. Panache to the French. Okay, so we're opening with a coup or NATO as long as it doesn't headline Marshall Plan. Doesn't look like he's opening Marshall Plan. So we've got two options. We can either Suez and coup Iran, knowing we hold de Gaulle, and we'll hold de Gaulle to the next turn. Or we socialist governments and coup Italy. I like SOC-Gov coup Italy more than Suez, because I like to hold Suez in the bank. So let's go SOC-Gov coup. No purge. Containment, okay. Well, the anti-purge. We'll take 1 hour West Germany just in case we can walk in that way. More than a 1. Perfect. So now he has to take France. When he takes France, we'll then trigger it, and then we'll remove 2 from France, 1 from Israel, and 1 for the UK. Keep the pressure high. And then we'll seek to get another coup in on Iran to try and clear out the Middle East. So 3 in France, and 1 in West Germany. So we'll event Suez. We're just going to go high and hard pressure here. And of course he had to use a 4-op card there despite being under containment. Has to use at least 2 ops now in France. We're going to try and hold de Gaulle. I'm sizing up my feelings about whether or not cooing Iran with the China card is good in order to try and wipe him out of the Middle East. He's beaten me to it. Okay. I guess that resolves that quandary. We'll still take a coup on Iran. And we fail. That's a shame. We know he's not holding any scoring cards. We need to overprotect Italy. If we overprotect Italy, headline de Gaulle, if we get lucky, we could blockade West Germany and push for control. That's overly optimistic. We'll give it a try, though. So I expect he Nasser coup Egypt. Yep. Like a miss. We get our own miss. So we will put one in Afghanistan and overprotect Italy. That'll force a play into Pakistan. So 2 into Pakistan. Oh, no, spreading influence around. Right, since we have... Right, let's hope he doesn't have Indo-Pakistani war here. Since we already have Italy, we'll use de Gaulle for the ops. This could end badly. Ah, got nervous about Europe. We'll use Korean War and hold Indo-Pakistani for now. Hold US-Japan. So we're hoping for Indo-Pakistani war to drop into our hand. So we get Romanian abdication off as well. Where did the other one go? Turkey. Okay. Okay, so we've got duck and cover and D-style. Indo-Pakistani war's a pretty bad headline for us here. What do we like here? There's Arab-Israeli war. There's Truman. There's Middle East, which scores 0. The question is, can we press for more in the Middle East? Right, let's just plug my hand in and then worry later. Eighth card, Middle East scoring. So, what's the likely headline? 5-year plan, Indo-Pakistani war, captured Nazi, purge are the 4 likeliest headlines. We could go Arab-Israeli war for Milops and then duck and cover if we wanted. That works okay. Gets our Milops. So let's do that in case we get purged. We do. Great. Okay. That's not great for us. We definitely want to fade Indo-Pakistani war in India now. Oh, I don't feel well. Ah, no. Right, we use D-Style. And we go Thailand, Angola, Venezuela, Cuba. Damn and blast. We'll have to use US, Japan to press Korea. Oh, that's just a kick in the teeth. That's the way it goes. You play into India and you invite that. Another option would have been 2 into Burma. But then, you know, the same attack on Pakistan would have worked. Can't be helped sometimes. So Thailand. Yeah. We'll go 2 into South Korea. UNI on decol, I guess. Just UNI straight up. Okay, we want to drop Middle East scoring imminently. So we're now not going to dominate any region in the early war, and the US are at 6 VP. So we badly need to cultivate our mid-war regions sooner rather than later. Nasty. Very, very nasty. Gets off to space as well. Middle East drops for 0. Oh boy. I am well behind here. AR6 will event Truman. And there are no 4-op cards, so Italy's safe. Although Europe scores anyway. So now we're hoping for our own Indo-Pakistani war in turn 3. We'll pop another one in Zaire first. Although decol's still a thing. No, we'll go Brazil. And let's see what they do with AR6. Tapping South Korea or North Korea would probably be sensible, because that dominates Asia before the headline phase. North Korea is better because Korean War could settle it in the headline. Man, we're going to go into mid-war with a major deficit. Very good, very good, very good. Boy, oh boy. So they're going to be able to score Asia scoring at domination. They're also holding Vietnam Revolt and decol, so they know that we can't unless we picked up something. Indo-Pakistani War. We can't do anything about. Gross. Gross. And they're holding blockade as well. Wow, this game might well end very quickly because I don't see a quick way back from this. We're going to hold CIA, which makes our headline not Olympic Games because of duck and cover. Korean War doesn't do anything. Guess it makes it Fidel. Oh man, this is not good. Yep. Ugh. We'll corner arm. Well, at least we get somewhere there. He'll now play into Venezuela. I guess the question is, will he use a 3-op card like NORAD to take Venezuela? And do we drop Middle East scoring for presence-less non-domination? Ugh, man, this is bad, bad, bad. Man, we're going to have a hard time with no decol digging ourselves out of this hole. And now he has presence. So the best thing to do is claim domination, spread some more influence around here. Don't worry about Formosa because Asia's already scored. Right, we badly need to sneak domination in the Middle East just to get somewhere. Yeah, decol off to space. Gets there. Go NASA. We'll score the Middle East. And we'll space special relationship rather than give up the influence before playing 2 into Argentina and hoping we don't get brush warred. We'll be going into mid-war 11 VP behind. So an intervention will go on blockade. Yep, so at least that comes back late in the war. And they're going to take their first punt on getting me out of Brazil. How do they do? Oh no, Cuba. Okay. I would have gone Brazil. Well, now we're unable to space without potentially getting Voice of America out. So we're now going to use special relationship to our chagrin. Well, at least they didn't use it for Milops. Okay, so we'll go Uruguay to avoid being prong realigned, and they'll probably coup Uruguay using Vietnam revolts to get their mill-ops. So we'll be going in 13 VP behind par. Well, we'll need Brezhnev to get CIA off safely. This is going to be a hard game. A very hard game. And if this converts, it'll be even harder. Miss. So gross, so gross. And now we have grain sales as well. So we go with Brezhnev and we space CIA and hold grain sales, I guess. Man, oh man. This is not going swimmingly. Well, it used to be a quick game. I'll be able to take some time off before the next one. Europe scoring is 1 VP for me. Colonial rearguards, so that's Shanks Africa. Nevertheless, we're going to coup Venezuela first. Oh, beautiful. So now we're saying goodbye to Africa and South America. At this point, we're just going to use Ask Not. Oh, we're going to use Ask Not. It's too early to use Ask Not. As revolting as it is, we're going to have to hold on to it until the end of the turn. We'll be spacing CIA and holding grain. And playing the rest. Including puppet governments. Because why not, right? What have we got to lose apart from our sanity? There's still time to win it in DEFCON, folks. I'm being flippant. Just gradually because my shandy's all gone. So we'll use Camp David to take South Africa. What's another VP here and there? At least South Africa will be neutral. There is at least that going for it. But Africa's likely to dominate, but not control. There is a ton of work to be done. And I think it's a very big mountain to climb. Libya and Brazil, fine. Overprotect. We'll space CIA. And that fails as well, because why not? Ooh. I'll take a look at that in a moment. Because I have not been paying attention to what's going on the tracker properly. Now go on. Socialist governments goes to space. That's fine. I wasn't sure about that one. And NORAD's in the trash as well for now. East European unrest definitely is. And Korean War's in the discard pile as well. Okay, that's more or less accurate. We play Europe for 1. That one's going to make all the difference, folks. I'm absolutely certain. We'll use puppet governments to take Chile before he moves into Peru. And then we AR7 ask not, in the hopes of not seeing Lone Gunman, and we space grain cells next turn. Sheesh. Where'd that go? Whoop, not that one. This one. Malaysia. Okay, yeah, fine. Southeast Asia scoring coming. Puppet governments. Oh, yes, I'm Brezhnev at least. So we don't want puppet governments to swarm Cuba. So where do I expect this to go? Peru? Indonesia for a free op? Finland? I mean, actually, they've got adjacency to all the bits that matter. Oh boy. It's weird being at turn 4 and knowing that the only way you're going to win this game is via DEFCON. And I think my microphone hasn't been plugged in properly all this time, so sorry if you've been listening to me on the laptop mic. Portuguese Empire crumbles is good for me. Where did they go? Peru, yeah. Paraguay, fine. Zimbabwe, all fine. Okay. Let's see what you ditch first. Please, no Lone Gunman. Panama, yeah, that's useless, mate. No problem. And with 4 ops, what do I do? Put 2 into Botswana in case you have... Put 1 into North Korea to restabilize. 1 into Libya before Sadat. Did you pick up Africa scoring? Please do, because now would be a great time to drop it for a single VP. Oh, just a weak coup, that's fine for me. So, Central America, I get Lone Gunman, of course, typical. I can't play either scoring card safely. So why don't we get Che off? Because then we can coup Colombia and Uruguay, coup Venezuela or Brazil and set up a realign. Well, it looks like the headline. Yeah, we'll go Che. Purged again. Salt in the wounds, my dear boy. Big coup. Big six. Big six. Nope. So we will instead coup Panama. And we can at least try and score Central America here. Okay. Coup Colombia for access. Yep, so we go Central America first. We're now unable to space grain sales. And we obviously give Arab-Israeli war over nuclear subs or grain sales. Now, of course, if he bear traps me. Best thing to do is probably tap Argentina. Yep, nicely done. Missile envy repair. If he jams, we'll have to use the China card. But we will at least get to then hold nuclear subs and grain cells. So let's now hope he gets distracted. Takes somewhere in the Middle East, fills out Southeast Asia. Yada yada. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough game. Oh man, I am pushing water uphill here. Go on, Yasuri next. I'd probably still event nuclear subs and hold South African unrest, because if he coups Angola or something like it, I might be able to rectify it in the headline. I'm hoping he just sees the China card as a frustrating lashing out at Argentina and doesn't tap Chile. He'd do well to tap Chile. I hope he doesn't. He doesn't. That's good news. So we get South Africa off for 0. That's a relief. So we'll go 6 lone gunmen, and with Sadat out, we'll retake Egypt. Yeah. AR7 will go nuclear subs. We've still got De Gaulle and blockade. Europe control is also Not a totally impossible dream. Just a largely impossible dream. God, OAS for influence. You know you're confident when you're playing OAS for influence. Yeah, fine. Overprotect Angola. May coup Argentina, because then he can set up control on Chile. If we get Russian ABM, we have a chance to do something about Africa. And at this point, really, we need Africa to make something of anything here. Please miss. Great. That's 2 VP I don't have to worry about just yet. Hey, I may get one small step and outdo him. So we get ABM, which is good. We get We Will Bury You, and UN Intervention's been played. And Missile Envy's gone. Right, so this basically comes down to, if we get bear trapped, then headlining ABM treaty and trying to coup Thailand is a complete disaster. So if we headline We Will Bury You, they at least won't get a coup off. And what does a coup on Thailand need to do? I need to clear out 4 and put 2 in to cover the China card, which is a 6 up swing. So I need to roll a 6. So We Will Bury You. Ah! Bang goes 4 ops. At least we will get 2 coups. Oh, man. That's nasty. So we will use salt, because there's nothing we really want to salt, question mark. Nothing safely. We'll salt coup Nigeria. It's lucky we did. Then we'll ABM coup Algeria. Then we'll coup Zimbabwe. And then we'll try and realign Zaire. Although he may have to accept domination. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we can't do anything about that, which is great. So first up, we'll take a coup on Cameroon, which is lousy. And now if they flip Nigeria, we'll ABM coup it again. Counter coup. Big counter coup. You two then. Let's remember that. Alright, we're going to give up 2 more VP, because, you know, why not? Ugh. Been cooing like a boss today. that's great. So we can ABM it. Nice way to get the China card back. No one, please. Okay, that's better. But we're going to be ditching Southeast Asia for 5 anyway, and he gets Africa off for -1. Southeast Asia is not going to get any worse. We don't get one small step. Things are not rosy. We'll space. That doesn't work. Roscosmos are going to the Gulag. And Willy doesn't break West Germany. But it gets us a VP, and it's extra fodder if blockade comes. But yeah, DEFCON or Europe control are the only way we're winning here. In fact, the only lucky thing is that we're not dominating any region now for the reshuffle. But ye gods, it has been brutal. That's why he gave me the China card back. Okay, why not? Just keep shoring up. We'll use Willy for a VP. Nuclear test ban gone? No. Junta hasn't gone either. So Nuclear Brush, Junta, Yasuri, Alliance, Trap, Camp David is gone. John Paul has gone. Special Relationship has gone. John Paul hasn't. Right, there we go. So 10 cards left in the draw pile, and he's got 3. 4, 7, 13. Yeah, good. Oh, I've managed to work out what all the cards are at least. I can count cards, just can't bloody use them. AR6 flower power. Tap Asia. Now tap Cuba. Okay. Okay, so Middle East scoring's good for us. Junta's not shabby. We'll keep De Gaulle for the next turn. Space John Paul. And or Alliance for Progress unless Junta comes off nicely. But we'll take the opportunity to drop DEFCON in the headline. He knows we've got Junta. He's holding Brush War. Steals the China card back with Yasuri. He's also holding Quagmire and Liberation Theology. And Bear Trap. So we'll go Mexico. And then we're going to coup Colombia to get a coup off on Libya. Yeah, why not? 2 VPs we give up for that, but we may well get domination in the Middle East or control of Central America. So now we won't get control of Central America. But we will take domination of the Middle East. Uh, Brush war on Mexico. So OPEC's currently worth 3 VP. But Asia may flip. So I think we eat de Gaulle. Cover a bit of Africa. Still waiting to get bear trapped. Okay, so Central America we drop safely. So we now absolutely drop Middle East scoring. Looks like we're being bear trapped AR7. Here it comes. Italy. Miss. Oh, Libya. Okay. I think Italy's far better there. I mean, he may have Sadat. And OPEC's less playable now. We hold John Paul for a second longer. Let's take our gamble on India. It fails. Because, you know, why would it go well now? So, I'm being incredibly dour here. But actually, the scoreline's not half bad given the circumstances. I mean, the scoreline's red, for God's sake. It's insane. So I think he's holding Quagmire, Bear Trap, and the Cambridge 5. We're going to event OAS and hold OPEC. With Central America having scored, we get OAS out of our hands. We keep a 3-up card. We can either play for points if points are there. Alright, we'll just put 1 in Mexico. And now we get bear trapped. It's stunning to find myself here. I was thinking I'd be at 20 VP and over the hump by now. But I still think there's a lot of road, and I'm running out of it. And of course, with Bear Trap, he might be able to get Lone Gunman off. I don't know why you're humming. So he's going to headline Bear Trap instead. Late war cards cometh. We can at least use We Will Bury You to drop Defcon, so you won't get a coup. You may, of course, have... And we've got Tear Down This Wall and Kel. So we're Defcon suicided if he cuts our hand. Not that that matters much anyway. And he'll be almost certainly dropping Defcon in the headline anyway. So let's We Will Bury You. Purged for a 3rd time. We'll get rid of Reagan Bombs Libya. Oh, I'm purged. I'm purged. I have to use a 3-op card. We will use AWACS. AWACS, AWACS, AWACS. Yes, we use AWACS because we may still want to event Iranian hostage crisis. And Middle East scoring has been. Now we'll have Muslim Revolution, because that's the way the world works. So, we will space tear down this wall. No, we won't, because of Star Wars. Oh, perfect, perfect, no problem. Can't deal with both. Let's hope Asia scoring isn't the one. So next is Reagan bombs Libya. It's a shame he didn't 5-year plan me, of course, because I would have dearly loved... Okay, so now we can't use Iranian hostage crisis. He's just going to keep jamming with an ops advantage. Man. And now we're behind. So South America will go for domination, if not control. Well, if you're going to get triple purged... So if he takes you up to flip Argentina, we just eat that and take South Korea back. But since he's still fighting for it, we'll take one more op to make him take 2 more ops. Then we'll take South Korea back. Then we'll space tear down this wall. Okay. Now we can get rid of both of them. Although, in fact, yeah, South America for Dom, why not? Not like you could do a lot about it. We're going to take Asia and give up the Milops. And hold Cal. Miss. Yep, good. No one gets Milops. Right, so. Africa scoring. Can I get it off for domination? Is the question. Yes, with Che. Is it enough to score and win with war games? No, it is not. So I'd need to also win the Korean War. And it all depends what happens in the headline phase anyway. So, Che, Solidarity, which is at least thankfully currently not playable. Colonial Rearguards. I almost certainly need to go to space. Obviously, Star Wars is in effect, so I have all that to worry about too. Muslim Rev is just 4 ops for me now. Okay, so our gambit has to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Maybe our gambits headline Korean War. Coup Zaire. Drop Africa scoring. Try and win with war games. It's either got to be Korean War or Che, doesn't it? Now, the upshot of Coup Zaire is if I win with Korean War and Coup Zaire, I get 7. So let's headline Korean War. What's he going to Star Wars? Purge? Fourth Purge? No, it's going to be Voice of America. So let's hope that he misses a trick and doesn't take... Oh, it is a Purge. Okay. I'll take a fourth Purge over Star Wars. That worked. This coup is huge. Please not a 1. Okay. If we can drop Africa scoring, we could win with war games. That would be sick. He'll be frantically spacing in a moment. Miss. Nope, so we use Che. So you can try setting up rear lines. Right. We could do this. If we do this, this is absolutely the biggest escape I have ever made. We've done it. Well, I would first of all like to apologise to my audience, who I've been telling the entire game, that there was no way I was going to win. It would have to be Europe Control or DEF CON. I moaned about every coup, and I know how annoying that is when you watch a game like that. So I apologise for being sour, because bar just about every single odds, I have won this game, and it actually blows my mind to be in this situation. So... sorry, Arrow. That's crazy. Well, thanks for watching, and sorry for being sour, because that's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. I've never seen a game play out like that. So yeah, okay, next game starts in an hour and a quarter my time, so I guess an hour and a half your time. Man. Oh boy. Well, I'll stop recording. I'll upload this one. You can enjoy watching the end of this one. I'll hop in on the chat shortly, and we start the next game in an hour and a quarter. So thanks for watching. Sorry for being sour. I'll try and be more upbeat next time.